Okay. What do I want to start with? Let's go for the Green Witch Oracle. What is this reading about, Spirit? What is this reading about, Spirit? Okay. Happiness. Marjoram. It's an herb. I'm going to read from the book to see what exactly that this is about. Oh, look at that. I literally popped onto the right page without even looking for it. The quote is, "My garden is my most beautiful masterpiece." Claude Monet. New successes, relationships, and even beginnings are indicated. Can you do something differently to move an outcome more in line with your desires? Marjoram indicates celebrations, excitement, holidays, good news, physical radiance. Freedom from what was once out of reach might now become attainable. Be careful of overindulgence and overspending, and being too free with information may be better to keep quiet for now. Magical correspondences, uses, love, protection of objects, purification, spell, and curse breaker, and then health. Deities, Hermes, Odin, Persephone, and Mercury. Celestial, Mercury, and astrological sign is Gemini. So there's a new beginning happening for you. What is this new beginning, though? Let's go for my Soul Whispered deck. What does this new beginning have to do with? What does this new beginning have to do with? Compassion. Could be about how you view the world. What is the chakra that needs to be worked with during this time? What is the chakra that needs to be worked with during this time? I'm pretty sure that's the crystal chakra. That's the right one. Devotion unites me with the infinite. No, the Kundalini. The rainbow. Devotion is the energy of loyalty. It is the feeling of deep gratitude, love, and appreciation for something or someone. When we devote ourselves to something spiritual, we break through all of the blockages between ourselves and the divine. The reason devotion is so powerful is because through it, however we display it, we allow our consciousness to become one with whatever our focus is. Today, the universe is giving thanks for your gratitude and love. It doesn't seek your devotion, but knows that allows you to unite with the infinite presence within. That's the energy that can move mountains. When this card comes by you, whatever you are focusing your energy on currently is supporting the expansion of your soul. The dedication that you are pouring into your project is powerful and magnetic. When you are in this ecstatic, focused state, you are aligned with the highest vibrations and will receive divine transmissions that will take you forward. Vibe of the day: my dedication is supported by the universe. I feel like you're on the verge of some kind of breakthrough. Let's see what the shadow aspect. Or the Oracle, this is the Oracle of Pluto. So what needs to be broken down to be built back up? What is the rebirth needed? We have the Puppet Master. So these ones I definitely need to read from the book because I kind of don't really know these ones very well. The Puppet Master. Projection, sorry. Distortion, the ego, and self-awareness. So the ego needs to be broken down. The gatekeeper to the depths of our psyches will always be the ego. Though the ego isn't fundamentally a bad thing, much of psychology and spiritual work deals with acquiring the self-awareness to recognize when the ego has stepped into the limelight and we are acting from the wound. The Puppet Master represents the wounded ego and its lessons. Consider the artwork of the card for a moment. Notice how the head of the Puppet Master seems to form one of the heads of the Cerberus, the dog shadow projected on the wall. Sometimes we are the victim of other people's projections, it's true, but oftentimes, we are the projector. If this card appears in a reading, it's time for you to figure out which is the case right now, keeping in mind that both can be true at once. Mindful awareness is required of you now to discern not only if you're acting from the wound, but also from which one. If we are triggered in our trauma, the way things appear and or feel distorted. It is time to ground yourself, carve out some space and time, get quiet, wait for clarity to rise to the surface. So, your happiness, it feels almost like your happiness is being blocked by some part of your ego that is wounded. And it's keeping you from your greatest desires. It feels like you're on the verge of something like really beautiful, and there's like this really beautiful energy, but your ego is getting in the way of it. Can we get one astrology card from this deck and one from the other deck? One astrology card, please. One astrology card, please. We have satisfaction or dissatisfaction. Taurus, emotion. Clear water flows from a mountain spring. If you are experiencing satisfaction right now, sit back and enjoy the sparkling current of comfort and contentment. If it's dissatisfaction, you know you're feeling, ask yourself if you can imagine a new solution, resource, or pattern of behavior. So you could be in a rut right now when it comes to your ego. Or you could be identifying with your ego rather than your soul at this time. And that can be very disjointing or jarring. Sorry, I'm trying not to shuffle on the table because it's a very loud table for some reason. Like, my other table isn't as loud. Yeah, I know. I wish I had that table, but I need to buy a new table. Okay, one card from this astrology deck. Again, we have Scorpio. Investigate. And at the bottom of the deck for that one is the first house. Arrival. So you could be a very deep person. Or you could have very deep emotions when it comes to your compassion and the devotion that you do have in this earthly world, or your devotion to trying to understand other people. I had to shuffle those cards a lot. We have the number 4. You bring stability and rationality to any situation. You are the rock, and the hard work and perseverance make you a dependable friend, partner, and colleague. I am stable. I feel like you're working through some really deep lessons when it comes to you understanding your ego, or understanding what it takes to stay sure of yourself, especially when you're on the verge of this celebration time, or it almost feels like the 3 Cups energy. So let's see what comes out for the tarot. Why the 5 of Swords? Okay. You may have had a disagreement with somebody, but there's still hope, because I see that healing. It had to do with someone's independence or luxury of some kind. It's like almost like somebody feels left out. Yeah, it feels like somebody stole. What did they steal? What did this person steal? Money, material items, opportunities, something that you've worked really hard for. It's almost like there's this toxic masculinity happening. You could be a male, or you could be dealing with a male, or a masculine. My apologies. And a masculine, not a male. Something has made you have to take a step back and kind of look things over. What is this thing that made them step back? You could have just got married. You could be juggling many things in your life at this moment, or you had to juggle so many things in your past, recent past, but now things are starting to calm down. And now you're focusing on what your legacy is, or what you're going to leave behind, and something about nurturing. So there could be a child. Illusions that you're awakening. What is this awakening that they're having? What are they becoming privy to? What is this awakening that they're having? They're curious about their emotions, their emotional body. Something's new to them. An emotion or a certain way of feeling. There's a cycle being completed. What is this cycle being completed about? There's a lesson about being too hasty. Too hasty when you're looking within. It's like you're expecting answers without devoting enough time to really get the answers. Which then makes your ego think that you're not good enough. Or makes your ego say that you're not good enough. Which makes you then feel like you're not worthy of learning the said things. Which makes you anxious and nervous. And feel like the whole world is weighing on your shoulders. But this is you. You just have to take the time to create a sacred, like routine, understanding, stability, conscious awareness of what's going on around you. Think back to your childhood. What kept you calm in those times? Who kept you calm in those times? There may be some indecision. What is this indecision about? This new beginning. The Spirit wants you to trust your intuition. Let's get an advice card. That's why I don't shuffle on the table anymore. What is the advice card for this reading? We got Kathumi. Initiatory experience. Your current situation is initiating your gifts. So the ego dying in an essence, or the devotion that you're putting into this feeling of growth and becoming so much greater in yourself, which is bringing you this new beginning. It's like kind of like an ego death that's happening. Okay. We have Master Kuthumi, or Kutumi is also known as simply as KH, was one of the original ascended masters of Theosophy. His name was a pseudonym given to protect the identity of a highly influential man from the Punjab region my throat chakra does not want to work with me today. Who is known to have encouraged the Maharaja of the time to reclaim his spiritual path. Now he is the keeper of the golden ray of wisdom, a divine energy that can be invoked to help us tune into the mysteries of the universe. Kutumi is an evolved soul working closely with the earth and appears to anyone who is ready to move forward on their spiritual path. I feel like you're definitely ready to move forward. Go into this new beginning. This divine master acts as a spiritual doorkeeper, somewhat like an energetic bouncer, holding space so that those embarking on the spiritual path can enter into deep transcendental states and be protected from lower vibrations. So meditation could be very, 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 very beneficial to you right now. Like a deep transcendental meditations and stuff like that. Trance meditations. Any meditations that would put you into a deep, not lower vibration, but a deep, like a wave, alpha, delta, theta, all the waves lengths of the brain. Something that puts you into a deeper state of mind. Your message. This is the time to take your intentions, plans, and gifts to the next level. It is time to stop playing small and think beyond where you are now. If you've held back on dreams, intentions, or plans, allow yourself to start moving forward with the life you want for yourself. Cosmic energies surround you now, so hold sacred space for you to delve deeper into yourself in order to uncover gifts, talents, abilities, and more. The situation that you're moving through is very important for your life's path. Know that limitations, challenges, or fears that are rising up are opportunities for you to fully show up and shine. Be aware that adversity is actually an opportunity to learn and teach. Now that there are no mistakes and events that are unfolding for you now, instead there is a sacred plan based on the prayers, intentions, and visions that you have had for yourself, your life, and your spiritual path. So that was your advice. It lines up pretty well with the rest of the reading. Another thing that I would like to say is onyx would be an amazing crystal for you to use. It it protects you from negative energies, but also helps you balance your root chakra and your earth star chakra. Why do I want to get one more card? Let's do the soul activations cards. I think that's what they're called. Something activations. third eye chakra. So that one, that chakra, this one right here, the brow chakra, that one's a really good one for you to work with. The third eye frequencies are also a really good frequency to work with while you're meditating. This one says, the frequency of the third eye chakra, the indigo flower of life, supports our intuition and our inner knowing. Remember, I was talking about intuition. There's something about intuition here that's really strong. You need to follow your intuition when it comes to things. Supports our intuition and our inner knowing, our imagination, and our psychic powers. So that's that card there. I feel like things are about to get very spiritual and passionate for you. Alright, well that was your reading. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.